Something a little different in the channel today. This is a Wright standard WS36. Had this for a while. It's been a good running mower. Really like it. It does exactly what I need to do, and it is great. Yeah, the problem I have on it right now is it's run good, except for this year. And what I have now, I got it up here, was running fine. I was just hosing it off, and it cut out on me. And I'm going to go start it back up. Wouldn't start up. So I grabbed a little starting fluid, shot it in the air cleaner, which has seen better days. That needs to be replaced. And it would fire and run for a couple seconds and shut right off. Now, if you don't have a can of starter fluid for like lawn engine work, yeah, there's some precautions with it because it's super flammable and you can run into some issues where it really puts a load on the crankshaft because the engine takes off so fast with this stuff. But I'm not going to get into that on this video. Maybe I'll do a video on that later. But if you don't, this is a really good tool because, you know, engines really, they boil down to just a few things. You got spark, you got fuel, and you got air. And if any of those are missing, you got a problem. Now, This could be an electrical issue, but it's very doubtful because I've already used starting fluid. As long as I kind of keep spraying it into the air filter, the engine will keep running. So I am very highly leaning towards a fuel delivery issue. Could be have a blocked carburetor, kind of got some junk through the filter. Who knows? But there's the fuel pump right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook. I'm going to take this little clamp off here, back the hose back, and I'm going to get some starter fluid, pop it in the filter, and I'm going to see if I've actually got any fuel delivery coming, right? Because that will do a couple things. One, it'll alleviate or eliminate blockage in the tank. And yes, I do have plenty of gas. I probably got 2-3 gallons in the tank. So it would eliminate the possibility of a blockage in the fuel tank. In the lines, it would eliminate the fuel pump. Of course, we could be talking about volume. We could have a volume delivery issue, but at this point, even with a little bit of spritz of fuel in the air filter, it will run. So even if we had pour, it would run pour, but it wouldn't just conk out. So we're going to eliminate a whole bunch of things and hopefully get us down into this area here. So let's get started. I've got fuel in the line, so I don't think I've got if I got fuel down here, I don't think I've got a fuel issue. I'm gonna stop that because I'm gonna kill my grass. I had a little 911 there. I had gas dripping out the line there. I wasn't paying attention. It was running down here. I don't want it to kill my grass. So I just stuck a couple of rags down there. What I'm going to do is get over on this side. And we're not trying to run this thing forever, right? Because obviously I have exhaust down here I'm going to be mindful of. But I'm going to spritz that air filter. I'm going to take the fuel line off. I'm going to spritz the air filter and give it a quick yank and see what I've got in the way of if fuel goes up in volume or not. Okay. Yep. All right, so we saw that, right? Although the fuel does look, honestly, like crap. So we could have an issue with that. We might need to just drain this tank out, get some fresh gas in there. Because, you know, you keep kind of dumping gas in there and dumping gas in there, and I'm not sure the physics of gasoline, what goes to the bottom, what goes to the top. But I've been putting fresh gas in there, and I run it down to almost empty. Kind of gets mixed up, but we definitely have fuel delivery. That's what we wanted to confirm there. All right, so I'm going to come back to the basics on this one here. I'm going to drain and clean out the fuel tank. I'm also going to replace the fuel filter, and I'm going to pull the fuel bowl off and get any crap that may be in there cleaned out, get the carburetor cleaned out, and make sure all of the basics are good to go. Because I know I've got fuel delivery at least to the bowl, but it's crappy looking fuel, so I want to get good clean fuel in here. I want to make sure the bowl and the carburetor are cleaned out, and I got a fresh air cleaner on there, and then we'll see what we have. All right, so let's get caught up with what I've done to get this back running again. It wasn't overly complicated, and I confirmed I had fuel flow down at the bowl. So down here, but the fuel looked really bad. I mean, it was really cloudy, almost kind of like apple cider. And gasoline should not look like that. Fresh gas should be, man. Fresh gas is almost like water, with just a slight yellow hue perhaps in it, and that wasn't anywhere near that. So I decided to go ahead and drain the tank out. That ended up being a little bit challenging. I've sacrificed some grass. Yeah, drained the tank, rinsed it out, used about a can of brake cleaner just to soak everything down, rinse it down and drain it out. Put a little, maybe a cup or two of gas, let it kind of slosh around in the tank, let that drain as well. And then basically, so let me get down in here. What I ended up doing is I had to replace some fuel line, and you can see the fuel filter back up in there. I put a new fuel filter in there. The old one was junked up. Matter of fact, when I took it out and tipped it completely over, there was a bunch of crap that came out of it. So the fuel filter, there could have been some fuel restriction as well. Maybe it was running, you know, okay on the junk gas, but maybe not enough pressure or enough flow volume coming through the system from the fuel pump. But I ended up replacing a couple of the fuel lines. I didn't have enough fuel line to do everything, you know, basically from the, whoops, let me get over there, from down there right where my nail is at the fuel filter, around and into the fuel pump, and then out of the fuel pump over to the bowl. I didn't have enough fuel line for that. I'll get that another time. That stuff this wasn't nearly as bad as the stuff underneath the gas tank. That was really, really bad. As a matter of fact, it was like, what would you call it? Overcooked pasta. You know, it's just really squishy. Wasn't good fuel line. So then I also opened up the little bolt on the bottom, little 10 millimeter bolt on the bottom of the fuel bowl right there. I did that, let that drain out. Didn't look too bad. It was a little cloudy, but I did that, and I stuck a brake cleaner nozzle up inside there, rinsed it out. Didn't want to remove the bowl. I was like, hey, maybe something's just some crap in there and I'll flush it out. Did all that, and then also put in the new air filter. Got all that stuff off Amazon. Actually, it was a nice little kit. It was, I don't know, $14 or $15, and it came with the air filter and the fuel filter. Nothing spectacular on the fuel filter side, but you know, better than what I had in there. So anyhow, yeah, she's running, so let's give her a crank so I can show you what I got now. Another problem fixed. Simple stuff. Keep that in mind sometimes, just the simple stuff. I almost started going down a rabbit trail with the oil pump stuff or low oil and sensor stuff, but I'm glad I did not, and just kept it the basics, started out with basics, air and fuel, before I got into anything else. Well, I hope you learned something in this. I certainly did as well. Another project around the house here. If you found this informative and or entertaining, give us a thumbs up. Appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate that. It means a lot to us. And join us on this journey as we work on things around the house and in the driveway and in the sheds. All right, this is Dutch out. Have a great one.